Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic changes in the history of Eternum last night as the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen reclaimed the island's heavyweight championship title by way of technical knockout. And the forces of Gorilla Town secure the master fishing shrimping region of Reekwater in the final minute of the fight. KOTT News were on the scene in Far Harbor and attempted to speak with the participants about their victory. Got into fort phase pretty easily, but it took you about 3 attempts to get into flag. 3 real strong pushes, and most importantly, the last push, which got you over the line with 1 minute left. Who wants to talk about their feelings on that moment?
Yeah, we should have probably had a little earlier. I don't know. Kind of blundered. Blundered a bit.
Who has the talking stick? Who was the talking stick here?
The everyone all at once excitement in Reekwater was offset by the muted resolve in Everfall as we spoke with one of the new champions about their win. Well, I know the fight was over more quickly than you probably would have liked, but would you care to take us through what you think might be going on with the forces of Outcast tonight?
Well, I think that there's some different opinions, and I was kind of disappointed. I could probably speak for a lot of our company in yet another war where no one shows up. And it's kind of disappointing on many different levels in the dwindling population here. And that's, I've been participating in other Merc Wars, and I think that was just gotten significantly stronger. And, you know, kind of lacking that opportunity to be able to practice and get some war experience, and as well as macro war experience is a little disappointing. And I'm sure that many of the Outcast players are itching for that kind of competition.
I see that some other members of JDB have already been on their way to start trying to push influence in other regions. Are you participating in that tonight?
I think so. I think I'll get a few missions in. As always, there's always incentives for pushing, and we're pretty excited to keep warring on this server. I don't think the lack of wars is going to dissuade us from ever leaving it, so as we have been West natives for a long, long time.
Breaking news about the Church of Brightwood. While investigating another matter related to the Silver Crows, KOTT News crews came across this pleasant old lady. Hello, ma'am. JChalant, KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news.
Oh, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes. Granny has eyes everywhere.
Well, thanks for supporting the news. You wouldn't happen to have any hot scoops, would you?
There's a church in Calvary in Brightwood. It's under construction for years now.
It sure has been. Here's hoping they complete it before the 3rd harshest winter in Eternum's history. I wonder why it's taken so long since the great invasion storm of last July.
That's what I want to know. Our organization's paying to rebuild it. We see it as a way of giving back to the community.
Oh, that's really nice of you. How can I help out?
But someone's skimming our funds. Find the thief. Recover our coin.
KOTT News will bring you more on this investigative report as it develops. Returning to our continuing saga of the Season 1 bingo track, last night's final card was a line to complete the track. Huzzah! I can now flex my new Season 1 skin while wrapping up as much of the journey as I can and completing a few of the additional challenges. Turning to the weather for tonight, and it looks like the sun will complete another circuit around Eternum without incident today. But as the afternoon concludes and the shadows begin to creep, lock the shutters if you're not willing to defend against a 20% chance of corruption invasion. 2 more submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Up first, the syndicate members of Happy Birthday Happer attack the marauders of Emotional Damage for control of the arid desert dunes of Brimstone Sands. Well, happy birthday, Happers. June Geminis are the best, am I right? Good luck out there in the fight, and don't die, stay alive. But Emotional Damage isn't planning on bringing cake and ice cream, and they certainly aren't just gonna give away Brimstone. Meanwhile, the Covenant PVXers of Tropical House assault the marauders of Stammount Z for control of the primary oil reserves of Weaver's Fen. Tropical House seek to take advantage of the rush into Reekwater last night, potentially catching an army of defenders left unprepared for an immediate rear assault. But Stammout Z forces have just consolidated the eastern swamplands and sealed off throughfare for all but the wealthiest capable of paying their exorbitant tolls. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.